Not About Me originally started with a dream that I could help people, that somehow through my struggles and through the struggles of my mom, who was bipolar and ended up committing suicide, um, I guess a question I stated to myself was, how can I reach out to people and help people who do struggle with mental illness, and also who struggle with identity.
This story speaks to so many important topics and concepts, from mental health to loss and friendship and love and self-love, very important, and understanding and acceptance.
We all have struggles with our mental health. Everyone suffers every once in a while, but some people have more serious or more profound issues that they're fighting.
Growing up as, a kid and just kind of feeling like an outsider, being queer, before I could even wrap my mind around what that was, I didn't see the version of myself as a kid, in the people around me.
One of the main messages of the show is that you're never really alone. No matter what you're going through, even if you don't have anyone around you that's going through the same thing, there are always people who will understand.
To me, the show is about, at the end of the day, love, and how love is all-powerful and all-encompassing.
Who among us hasn't experienced anxiety or depression or another type of mental health struggle? And that makes Not About Me validating. Feeling validated is very comforting when you're struggling.
You should advocate for yourself, which can be difficult. It can be incredibly hard to stand up to love your loved ones, even sometimes, and your friends, and be like, you know what? This is me. It's my life. It's my mental health. It's me. So I think sometimes I might know better what's going on up here, and I sometimes need people to hear that and listen to it.
When we come up against that barrier of misunderstanding or of not understanding and not accepting, we often fall short of breaking through those barriers.
We are who we are, and I think it's really important that we see ourselves reflected in that and see ourselves reflected in the world and know that we're not alone. Isn't that what we all want to know and feel? Is we want to feel like we're a part of something beyond ourselves. We're a part of a community. We're a part of a tribe.
But believing in yourself and finding your community and finding self-love and self-acceptance and self-worth are not easy. But I think if that's an intention that we have every day to find love in our lives and to find the hope of hey, like today can be better. Today can be different. I can wake up. I can move forward. I can do this.
I think it's important that we talk about more touchy subjects, such as mental illness, identity, queerness, complicated, complex relationships.
Right, but I think sometimes we put our walls up and we try to find all the negatives. It's kind of cool to see a show or read a script and kind of root for the different characters, no matter what.
Like a pebble being tossed into a pond, the person struggling is at the center of the impact, but family and friends are kind of like the little circles that emanate from that center.
That there's always hope, and whether they struggle with coming to terms with their sexuality, whether they struggle with particular, mental illnesses or disabilities, that there's always someone there, even when it feels so dark, even when it feels like we're so alone, that those are stories that the enemy up here tells ourselves, and we can choose to turn this thing from an enemy into an ally, and it's with the way that we see ourselves, the way that we see others, and the people that we surround ourselves with, choosing to surround ourselves with love and positivity and cultivating community. And I hope that that's what this show brings about, is, a sense of belonging. I know for me as an artist, it's brought about an incredible sense of community, working with people who feel the same way about these themes and who really care about telling stories that impact.
And we watch as this group of friends demonstrate that when they are struggling through their darkest times, through a spectrum of challenges, both with themselves individually and within their relationships with each other, as they struggle with understanding and acceptance of themselves and with each other, their friendship and their love for each other and their self-love for themselves carry them through to a place of understanding and acceptance.
Why this is really important that we tell these stories so people know that people like them exist. You know, it's all about representation done in the right way by the right people, and if we can create a beautiful story while doing that, I'm all for it.